take a journey into the center of your mind and the universe, with a behind-the-scenes look at the production of the film Jesus of Malibu, with musician, filmmaker, quantum physics, and philosopher Billy Yeager. Break through the walls of deception into another dimension as Billy Yeager unveils his quantum leap multi-dimensional thinking process and recreates the mind of Jesus, transforming the brain neurons and unlocking the secrets of DNA code, utilizing sacred geometry, wave frequencies, vibration, and electromagnetic current to the pineal gland. Yeager unveils the lies and deception of aging and death by reversing the DNA from ancient numerology and hidden codes from the pyramids and the Coral Castle, while explaining and exposing the politics and religion of game theory and ELF waves and how they're used to control populations on a global scale. Jesus of Malibu, the second coming of Christ. Consciousness. In 1974, Jose Delgado, Congressional Record number 262E, stated that man does not have the right to develop his own mind. This kind of liberal orientation has great appeal. We must electrically control the brain. There are ELF and EHL frequency towers around the world sending wave frequency pulsation that create mood changes and behavior methods affecting billions of people. The wattage is 1,700 billion watts of power. The entire artificial ground wave spreads out over the whole of USA like a web. It is easier to mind control and hypnotize people who are bathed in artificial electromagnetic waves. There is a tracking system that can remotely track people by their specific EMF wave and bioelectric field. They can remotely track anyone in public, and the system can remotely send EMF brain stimulation signals and thoughts into people's minds. Billy Yeager has documented megawatt towers in city neighborhoods that are camouflaged as trees, which send low-frequency signals that control behavior and crime. When rights need to be taken away from its citizens or laws passed, these frequencies are sent to individuals who carry out extreme terror tactics into schools and malls. Philosopher, musician, filmmaker, quantum physicist, Billy Yeager not only understands what is molding society and the world, but has discovered one of the most hidden secrets in the universe. Yeager spent the last 4 years studying the human brain, mind control, politics, and religion for his next film, Jesus of Malibu. Yeager studies quantum theory, mechanics and physics, and sacred geometry and the relationship between numbers, nature, vibration, and Earth's magnetic field, and wave frequencies that affect the human brain's pineal gland. Yeager knows the effects of these field lines and chemicals and how they affect the brain, understanding that everything in the universe is just a vibration. Yeager's theories prove that there's a complex plan which involves the universe and the fundamental principles of sacred geometry. By understanding the ancient secrets of sacred geometry, one will discover that the numbers reveal a scientific formula that is able to manipulate vibration, which will show that man's thoughts have been controlled by frequencies and vibration. The sacred numbers, which have been used since the days of ancient Greeks, are now being used to manipulate DNA patterns, cause division, wars, poverty, and even make money in the stock market and predict the future. To be able to concentrate, focus one's attention, even merely paying basic attention to focus on ordinary things is regarded as the greatest power. When one is trying to concentrate, waves of electricity called alpha rhythm are given by one's brain at a frequency of 8 to 12 hertz. During most of our existence on Earth, we've lived close to the land and the Earth's natural magnetic field. As we have modernized, we have reduced our exposure to this magnetic field since we are surrounded by steel and such things as automobiles, buildings and planes, which absorb a large part of the magnetic energy. Earth is wrapped in a donut-shaped magnetic field. 7.83 Hz is the average resonance frequency of the Earth's magnetic field. When people generally feel good and high about life, what is actually happening is your brain is tuned to 7.83 Hz and you are more in tune with the planet. Yeager alters the body's genetics by digesting gold, silver, atomadine, magnetite, and lodestone, which allows him to reconfigure the brain neurons by introducing iron and true magnetic directional currents into the bloodstream. By ingesting lodestone, the natural manganese from the earth, Yeager is impregnating a magnetic current and frequency of 7.3 Hz into the body. Edgar Cayce wrote that all force of nature is a force of vibration, and that vibratory force determines what its nature is by that given cell. The study of neuroscience and the brain revealed to Yeager that neurons compete for each other, and that the strength of your visual cortex registers thoughts, but what you actually pay attention to can rearrange your brain neurons. In other words, your mind can actually be controlled instead of the thoughts controlling you. What Yeager also discovered was that DNA is able to be changed by applying sacred geometry and vibration to the body. Yeager discovered that by applying vibration, he's able to reverse the DNA and the aging process. Yeager began a fast for 30 days in the jungles of Peru. It was there that he discovered sacred tunings that had an effect on the wild monkeys when he played these sacred chords on the guitar. What Yeager discovered was that sacred geometry, patterns, and vibration could alter the DNA winding, and that a reversed vortex could be designed to coincide with the shifting of the poles and the magnetic fields, allowing Yeager to receive unknown information from the universe by inventing theoretical quantum leap multi-dimensional thinking. Yeager incorporated methods of Tesla's and created a reversed vortex voltage regulator that would create a reverse spiral of the golden mean of magnetic current to the brain. Once Yeager had broken past the 0-point gravity field, this vibratory wave creates a dodecahedron, allowing the mind to travel into the fifth dimension, where his mind becomes one with the aether, and Yeager's mind receives infinite knowledge of the universe and of all others who possess this knowledge before him. Billy Yeager then becomes Christ in body and spirit.